couldn't agree more than what you just said. I think that traditional values are the ones that are shifting populism up. Because those people who had traditional values 20 years ago, at least in Latin America, they were waiting for democracy to deliver. Inasmuch as democracy did not deliver at the speed and amount they wanted, then they switched over. And I think social media plays an important part in getting these people out of the democratic framework, you know, the normative framework, and throwing them out into this. You must think that, you know, in the last 20 years, 30 years, 150 million people have left poverty in Latin America. They were thrown into the middle class in a very vulnerable, very minimal condition of middle class. And so they thought that this was paradise. And in fact, it wasn't. And then came, you know, the 2008 crisis, and protests started in 2010. It makes sense. They waited and waited and waited, and by 2014, 2015, we already had populism. Nicaragua, Venezuela, República Dominicana has just announced that there is a president that's going to be their candidate for the 4th time. In Uruguay, we have Sanguinetti being candidate. He's 85. In Bolivia, Morales is going to go on for the 3rd consecutive time. So there is this sort of push, not for politics, not for democracy, but for people. Latin Americans are choosing people, and they're choosing people because they cling to traditional values. They cling to this idea that was sold to them 30 years ago, and democracy has not delivered. So they choose whoever says, I don't belong to those bad politicians, I'm a new guy, please choose me. I think it's as simple as that. There is no very sophisticated, intellectual, elaborate, and if you look at the World Values Survey, obedience plays a very important role. People who like obedience vote populism. People who don't like hard work vote populism. People who don't like innovation vote populism. So I think there is a value content of the of the populist voters there that we have not yet analyzed as such.